Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to show you how to permanently preserve and dry your wedding bouquet after your wedding. Typically, people complete this process several ways. One way to do this is just to take the entire bouquet and hang it upside down to dry. Alternatively, some people use silica gel to dry the bouquet. However, I find that this is the easiest way to do it and avoid potentially growing mold or fungus between the flowers as it dries, which is something that would happen if you hang it upside down without disassembling it first. So as you see here, we have some roses, we have some Dusty Miller, we have some Israeli ruscus as filler, and we have some baby's breath. So we're going to be pulling this entire bouquet apart very carefully and drying it individually in bunches in order to avoid that very nasty problem of having mold and fungus grow and develop if you were to just hang it upside down, or alternatively using silica gel to dry it. This is a very easy method. It doesn't require you to go out and buy anything additional. All it requires is for a dry and humidity-free space where you will just hang this up. So I'm going to start by taking apart the bouquet. So as you see here, I'm taking off the pins that are holding the ribbon together, and I'm gently unwrapping the handle of the bouquet. What you're going to do is you're going to take it apart piece by piece, and you're going to put it into easily manageable bunches. So as you see here, it's very packed tight. So if you were just to take this entire bouquet and hang it upside down, what would happen would be the moisture that is contained in there, it might start to grow fungus, it might start to grow mold, and it's just going to destroy your bouquet. It's going to destroy it. You're going to have to throw it out. So this is a very great way to do what you want, which is preserve this bouquet without creating any damage to the flowers, any damage to the arrangement itself. So as you see here, I'm just taking it apart. I'm taking these Israeli ruscus pieces and I am going to bunch them together. This is usually the filler that is used surrounding the bouquet. And you're going to take these, and as you see here, I'm just taking them apart, and I'm going to create a bunch. So you're just going to take one elastic, and you're going to secure it into a bunch, as you see here. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to the baby's breath. As you see, I'm just going to take these pieces of baby's breath, take them out of the bouquet, and I'm going to create a bunch. You're going to go ahead and secure it with an elastic. Don't make these bunches too big. It's better to have more smaller bunches, just ensuring that the stems have access to the air and will dry very well and not mold. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pick up whatever remains of the baby's breath and put it together into a bunch. As you see here, I'm just going ahead and I am securing the bunches with an elastic piece. Then I'm going to move on to my Dusty Miller. Now, Dusty Miller actually dries incredibly well. It is a common filler used in bouquets. It gives a very beautiful effect. And when it dries, it's going to really maintain its shape and its form quite well. It's a very great filler to dry. Once again, we're doing this method with a bridal bouquet. However, you can do this with whatever flowers that you have that you're taking apart. It's a very similar method. So off camera, I went ahead and I took the roses, bunched them up, and I'm going to hang them up on a hook or a pin. Now you want to do this in a very dry, humidity-free area. Once again, keeping in mind that moisture is going to cultivate fungus and mold. So I chose the attic or a mezzanine, depending on what you have accessible to you, but ideally it has to be a very dry and very warm area, and that's where I'm going to hang these up to dry. Now, this process usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks to complete and to dry. As you see here, these are some flowers I disassembled and hung up to dry about 2 weeks ago, and they are all entirely dry. And we're going to be working with these today, and we're going to recreate the bouquet using these already dried pieces of filler as well as roses. Now, this might seem like a lot of work at first. However, you must understand that it is better than risking potentially damaging the flowers. So, in the process of drying, you might notice that the flowers lose color and shape. And one thing that you can do is take some floral friendly spray and add a little bit of color back. Now, flowers, depending on the flower you're working with, will pale when they dry out. That is just the natural process of things. So if you want to kind of recreate that bolder color, go ahead and use flower safe spray to bring that color back. As you see here, I have some white spray for the baby's breath and some red spray for the roses. Now the Dusty Miller, as you see, has kept very well. All it does is shrink a little bit as the moisture leaves, but the shape and the texture remains. So as you see here, this is what the dry ruscus is going to look like. And the dry baby's breath. It's not terribly different. It does shrink a little bit in size, understandably, and it might get a little bit more pale, in which case just add a little bit more color back with some flower safe spray. And now we have the roses. Of course, the roses are going to likely get paler depending on what shade you're working with, in which case just go ahead and re-enhance the flower with some spray. And as you see, the heads do tend to get a little bit tighter, a little bit more closed. And again, that's absolutely fine. That's just the moisture leaving the flower. And Dusty Miller, as I already have mentioned, looks pretty good. Keeps very well. It's a very great versatile filler. Of course, feel free to add more color back with some spray. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reassemble the bouquet with the pieces that we have dried out. As you see here, everything dried very quickly, everything dried safely. There's no fungus, there's no mold, and there is no damage done. Now we're going to go ahead and reassemble the bouquet that you had. And we do have numerous videos on our channel on how to create the shape of a bouquet. So if you would like, you can refer to that. And we're going to piece the bouquet back together. Now, if in the process of putting your bouquet together, the dry heads of the flowers snap, use some flower wire, pierce it through the head of the snapped rose, and secure it with some flower tape. That way you're artificially creating the stem, and you're securing the flower, and you're able to put it back in the bouquet. So as you see here, I'm taking the Dusty Miller, I'm taking a rose, I'm taking some baby's breath, and I'm going to go ahead and put the bouquet back together. If you do need some instruction and assistance on this process, do go ahead and watch some of our videos. So as you see here, I'm taking the flowers and recreating the shape of the bouquet. You may want to use a former picture as reference just so that you get the pattern and the detailing right. It's much easier to work with dry flowers, as you see, because the shape is very much maintained. So go ahead and put your flowers back. And as I have already mentioned, if anything comes apart, crumbles, or if the necks of the roses break off, you can secure it with some flower wire and flower tape and put it back right in the bouquet. Now we're going to take some floral tape and we're going to secure the bouquet at the neck. As you see here, I'm just going to wrap the stems very tightly and secure it once again. I'm going to do this prior to moving on to the Israeli ruscus, which, as you saw while I was disassembling the bouquet, goes in around the bouquet. It's going to be very difficult for you to put the rascus while firmly gripping the bouquet, so you do want to take some floral tape to secure one go around, just so the flowers don't come loose prior to moving on to the rascus, which is going to form the outside as well as the supportive base of the bouquet. So as you see here, now I'm going to go ahead and put the pieces of rascus back. If you need to break the pieces off to make them a little bit more manageable, a little bit smaller, and to make sure that all of the leaves are being used to support the bouquet, you can go ahead and just break it off gently and take little clusters and form the base of the bouquet. So you're just going to go ahead and use your dried up rascus to surround your roses and your completed center. And as you see here, I am going around with tape, just as I would put a piece in and I would secure with tape, put a piece in and secure with tape. You want to do this as often as you can, just so that you don't have to worry about it coming loose or pieces falling off or breaking the structure of the bouquet that you've already created. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wind it down the handle of the bouquet, cut off any excess, and I'm going to go ahead with some satin ribbon and recreate that handle. You want to firmly tighten around the grip of the bouquet, securing all of the stems and hiding the floral tape. And you're going to go, and once you are done, you're going to take it, cut it, and then secure it with some pins. Tuck the frayed edge in and secure with pins. So as you see, this is an incredible method that does not require you to take the bouquet in full and hang it. This will help you avoid any fungal growth, and this will help you avoid relying on any type of silica gel. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.